He's won a Super Bowl, but he's on the hot seat. Last 2 years, Ravens haven't made the playoffs. People want to be back in the playoffs. Underway, Bobby Rainey on the return for Baltimore up to the 27-yard line.
Him today. See if they turn around and give him the football.
Two tight ends, and Flacco puts it up to the tight end, Nick Boyle. Boyle gets up to the 30 before he stood up by the Bears defense, and they're still battling. 2nd and 7. Again, Boyle shifts the tight end. The handoff to Collins, cuts it back up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. Check out the Bears on defense, and Watson in motion. Collins carries, and he stopped short of the first down. Akeem Hicks leading the way, the big defensive lineman. Back deep, Tariq Cohen, the rookie for the Bears. Strong kick by Cook, bounces at the 10 and stops at the 7-yard line. How about that for a punt?
Al Loggins, he says he's confident in those young guys.
Thanks, Christina. Jordan Howard carrying on first down. Gets up 10 in North Carolina and 2 now in the NFL. On 2nd down, it's Howard again, this time short of the line of scrimmage. Leading the way, Michael Pierce. They
do have some big bodies up there. They have great outside linebackers as well.
Throwing out of the end zone. Trubisky goes deep for Tanner Gentry. It's incomplete. There is a flag on the play in the end zone.
There were fouls by both teams on the play. There was an illegal shift by the offense. There was also 12 men in the field by the defense. By rule, those fouls will offset. There was also a personal foul, roughing the passer, by the defense, number 90. That penalty will be enforced 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Howard, the running back. In motion. McCray, the wide receiver. Howard slips a man, gets back to the line of scrimmage. This Baltimore defense.
But he has such a unique skill set. I want to see them utilize it today.
The play fake to Howard. He's got time, waiting. Late rush, and throws it away out of bounds over the head of Tanner Gentry.
Actually stays in and tries to trust his receivers, but nobody gets open for him.
Trubisky back, throwing to the tight end Deion Sims, who's got a first down up at the 35-yard line. 2 tight ends to the left. Tariq Cohen turns the corner. It's across the 40. Good run by Cohen up to the 43-yard line.
Formidable on that back end.
2nd and 3 for the Bears. It's Cohen going the right side this time, and able to turn the corner, get out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47. He's got a first down. Deion Sims, the tight end. Trubisky with time, throwing over the head of Deion Sims, covered by Eric Weddle.
Back under some duress.
In motion, McBride. Here's Howard trying to go outside, cut it back, slipped and fell. No gain on the play. They go up-tempo offense and out of the shotgun. Trubisky rolling, takes off, slides out of bounds, short of the first down. And deep in their own territory, out across midfield, but now they stall. And Pat O'Donnell with a good high punt. It bounces at the 15 and out of bounds inside the 10. Good punt by O'Donnell. Team for the Bears. And help to the sideline. Here's Alex Collins coming around the corner. It's up across the 15, spins close to the 18-yard line. Prince Amukamara, the cornerback.
Call, and I think they got it right.
Flacco back, throws, and the pass is caught up at the 24 by Mike Wallace for what a day he had in Oakland. 3 catches for 133. Little toss to Collins, trying to dance his way through the line, and is brought down at the 25-yard line. No gain on the play. Danny Trevathan.
Unfortunately, they got Devontae Adams hurt last week or 2 weeks ago.
Flacco completes to Ben Watson up at the 30-yard line. Chris Allen, number 37, the running back for the Ravens. Flacco under pressure, in trouble, and they've got him. Sacked by Danny Trevathan.
Those two are going to be battling all day, that's for sure.
Two men back deep for Sam Cook's punt. This is Eddie Jackson, who was a return man at Alabama. The rookie gets up to the 24-yard line, replacing Jimmy Smith. From the 25, Jordan Howard. It's about 5 on the play, across the 30, up to the 31. Give him 6 yards on the carry.
In space to make some plays.
One of the tight ends, Zach Miller, motions. Here's Howard, looking for an opening, and he squeezes through. Nice run by Jordan Howard. He's got a first down.
Throw at him today.
Tariq Cohen in it, running back. Trubisky still has it, being rushed, puts it up deep, and out of bounds, overthrown. Tanner Gentry.
Holding defense, number 99. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. An automatic first down.
Tight end, Michael Burton in at fullback for the Bears. Toss to Cohen, and he's stopped in the backfield. Terrell Suggs come blasting in to make the stop. Get to the Ravens 49 for first down. Tariq Cohen trying to get outside, couldn't do it. Matthew Judon, number 99, was there for the Ravens. Boy, he's a good-looking linebacker. On 3rd and 23, Trubisky throws the screen pass to Tariq Cohen, and he's slowed down by Webb and then finally brought down by Humphrey. For the second time, back deep is Michael Campanaro for the Ravens. That punt was almost blocked. Good high kick. Campanaro at the 11. And he was hit. But no flag on the play. Ravens start from the 11. It's Allen on the carry. He gets up to the 18-yard line, a pickup of 7. We've got an update coming your way.
Sam, Rondé, and Christine.
Thanks, Carissa. The Ravens on 2nd and 3. Flacco running out of trouble. Flag on the play, throws it away. Turn that would be for the Green Bay Packers.
Holding offense, number 86. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat second down.
21 for first down. Short drop by Flacco, throws to Allen out of the backfield. Trevathan right there. Danny Trevathan, boy, when we talked to him last night. Flacco gets time, puts it up deep. Way downfield for Perryman and overthrows him. Covered by Kyle Fuller on the play. Sam Cook will kick out of his own end zone. Tariq Cohen and Eddie Jackson are back deep. Jackson at the 36 is brought down at the 35. Good coverage on the play by Chris Matthews. Jordan Howard, the running back for the Bears, who start from the 35. Howard gets a couple, and he's stopped up at the 38. Give him 3 on the play.
Quarter there, Sam, tells you a lot about each team's game plan.
12 by the Bears. This is their 13th. Jordan Howard, a good run for a first down up at the 46-yard line. C.J. Mosley.
Compliment in the backfield is really good diversity for this Bears offense.
3 tight ends in. Howard carrying on first down up to the 49, a gain of 3 on the play.
There's a flag on the field. I didn't see that come in.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 23.
That's
15 yards added on to the end of the run.
That's
Automatic
why.
first down.
That's why his helmet came
That's
off.
it.
Yeah.
2 tight ends in. It's Tariq Cohen carrying. He gets down to the 32-yard line.
Pressure on him on his first road game.
2 tight ends in. Cohen trying to turn the left corner. It's down just short of the 30-yard line. C.J. Mosley and Gentry and McBride still in. 2 tight ends to the right. Trubisky, nobody open, takes off. And this is what he does so well, inside the 20. Slides down at the 12-yard line. Outstanding run by Mitchell Trubisky for 19 yards. First down at the Ravens 12. Jordan Howard looking for an opening. It's inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the play. 3 wide receivers in. Howard cutting it back. Good hard run down to the 5-yard line. 3 three backs in there. Cohen goes in motion. Howard and Burton in the backfield. Trubisky looking into the end zone. Throws it too far and threw it away. And the Bears take the lead on the field goal by Connor Barth. Checking things out. Connor Barth kicks it off. Bobby Rainey from the goal line. Rainey has an opening. It's across the 25 and up to the 27. So punted 3 straight times. Haven't gotten much going offensively. Here's Collins. Good cutback. Collins turns it into a big gainer. Cross midfield. And down at the Bears' 42-yard line. Was cut and picked up on waivers by the Ravens. First week he was on practice squad. Busting through is Allen down to the 30-yard line. Derlin's back in. There's Collins. Gotta get back. It's wrapped up by Eddie Goldman, excuse me. Anybody? Well, nice lead on the Patriots. There's Collins again. I don't know what happened in Seattle that he didn't make the team. Seattle was 3rd and 6. Flacco being rushed, throws short, completes it to his tight end. Max Williams back in the lineup, and he lost the football, and the Bears recover. Looks like Danny Trevathan recovered the fumble. Williams is shaken up on the play. Ravens showing blitz. It's Jordan Howard carrying. Another solid run up across the 25 to the 26. C.J. Mosley in on the stop. 27. And it's Howard again. This time he's tripped up. Good play by Eric Weddle, the safety. 3rd and 2. The fake to Howard. The rush is on, and Trubisky has to throw it away. Big rush by Zadarius Smith. O'Donnell to kick it away. Campanaro is deep for the Ravens. That was a big defensive stop by the Ravens after the turnover. Backing up Campanaro from the 13. Good return. Bounces off one man and pulled down on the play by Benny Cunningham. 6-yard line. Boris Allen, the running back, on the carry. Allen gets a couple of yards on the play. Hakeem Hicks. Bears with 5 defensive backs in, 3 wide receivers for the Ravens. The fake and the quick toss is complete to Michael Campanaro. He's got a first down. Ravens a first down at their own 38. Flacco, a little pressure, dumps it off to the tight end. Ben Watson tripped up on a good tackle. Kyle Fuller. Ball to 40-yard line. On the carry, Alec Collins to the 43, close to the 44-yard line. Have to get to the 48 for a first down. Flacco throws. He's got Perryman. He dropped it. Was it caught by Callahan? Callahan may have caught it out of the air. Callahan on the return. Across midfield. Down to the 30-yard line. Still on his feet. Gets down to the 20-yard line. Receiver.
Well, Kyle Fuller's in man-to-man coverage up at the top, and he is beat. But wow, what a great athletic catch by Bryce Callahan, the nickelback. And I think this is off the ground. I think this is going to stay as a interception, but man, what a tough hit.
Meanwhile, after a 52-yard return by Bryce Callahan, the Bears first down. It's Jordan Howard stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Good play by the Ravens defense.
Be able to see that on the Ravens sideline, but it was a clean hit.
Toss to Tariq Cohen. He's going to throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Zach Miller.
Loggins, just a quick little toss, and obviously they've been running the heck out of the football, and Zach Miller sneaks out. Nice easy toss for your runner, and I know a guy back in the day that I think played for Chicago. That great play call off a sudden change for the Bears offense.
So the Bears The defense comes up with a big play, gives the offense the short field from North Carolina A&T, fourth-round draft pick. The kickoff by Connor Barth, the return by Bobby Rainey. Rainey brought down short of the 20-yard line. The Ravens now have to get themselves together. Short pass is complete up across the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Start to feel like they got to chase this football game down 10.
Here's Flacco putting it up again. Fakes, flushed out of the pocket, chased by Trevathan. He throws it away. Boy, is Danny Trevathan active on defense for the Bears in this game.
It flies around and plays hard. It's showing up today.
On 3rd and 4, the blitz coming. The pass dropped. Intended for Campanaro, off his hands. Sam Cook back to punt. 2 men deep. Tariq Cohen waves for a fair catch. Lets it bounce at the 35, where it's punched out of bounds. Let's check in with... There's Cohen. Slowed down, dropped in the backfield. Nice play, C.J. Mosley, 34. Tariq Cohen, the running back. Trubisky looking, throws it to the ground near Cohen. Three wide receivers in. Trubisky being rushed, down he goes. Matthew Judon was there for the sack. Ravens defense comes through. Campanaro at the 27. Finds a little lane, and he's tripped up by Josh Bellamy. Let's find out what's coming up at halftime.
Not letting him do anything wrong and letting his running game take care of him right now.
Flacco back on 1st down, fires and completes it up near midfield to Chris Moore.
And Joe Flacco in this offense.
Gain of 25, and a quick 25. Now outside for Campanaro, and it's ruled a catch at the Bears' 48-yard line.
Mukamara, if they're able to get him the football.
The big deep threat, the blitz was coming. The pass to Allen out of the backfield, and a good tackle by Adrian Amos.
They get the ball back at halftime.
All receivers out. Flacco under pressure. Finds a man. It's Campanaro. Eddie Jackson knocked him down, but not before he got a 1st down at the Bears' 33. Down Ravens at the Bears' 33. Allen in the backfield. The pressure on. The pass complete to Moore. Breaks away and gets down to the Bears' 16-yard line. Chris Moore with his first 2 catches of the season. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Flacco looking under pressure. Can't find anybody. And he's down with the hard hit at the...
Gets the hit on Flacco at the end.
The former Baltimore Raven, Pernell McPhee. Flacco throws it out of bounds. Moore fell down in the backfield with Joe Flacco. And they stopped the play. Delay of game. They ran out of time.
Delay of game, offense.
Wow.
5-yard penalty.
That shouldn't happen with a veteran like Joe Flacco. Wide receivers to the right. Rainey in the backfield. Flacco being rushed, swings it out to Rainey. At the 20. He is brought down. Callahan slowed him down. Christian Jones took him out and drew a flag. That's going to be costly to the Bears.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 52. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic 1st down.
Flacco throws to the end zone for Watson. Incomplete. Fuller covering on the play. Split the tight end Watson off to the left. All receivers out. Flacco throws too high, too far. Wallace and Fuller were going at it in the backfield with tight end Nick Boyle with Buck Allen. They pick up the blitz. Flacco throws on the run, incomplete. Try to get it to Chris Matthews. Have been 58 and 62 yards. This one of 27 is right through, and the Ravens are on the board. Eventful 1st half, going just 2 for 7 for 29 yards, with the Bears running the ball extensively. Benny Cunningham takes a knee on the touchback.
In this game, some little trickeration for the touchdown.
That's it for the first half. The Bears will take a 10-3 lead. 64 yards rushing, 42 yards passing. Justin Tucker kicks it off to start the second half. And on the return, Eddie Cunningham bounces off one man, gets across the 25, up to the 27-yard lines.
Do the easy things for this young quarterback and don't let the Ravens get too complicated on him.
Jordan Howard carrying on first down from the 29-yard line. We go down to the sideline. Game thus far this season, but lead it today. Here's Jordan Howard cutting it back, finds a hole, gets across the 35, and is about a half yard short of the first down marker. Third and half a yard. Michael Burton in at fullback, two tight ends to the right. Howard, he finds a big hole. Jordan Howard, a first down up at the 46-yard line.
Also using a D tackle, it can be beneficial at times.
Here's Howard again, busting through the initial wave and into Ravens territory down at the 48-yard line.
Running the football, I would say that they keep doing it.
There's Howard, slowed down. He tried to cut back and go to the outside. There was an opening there for the Bears. Trubisky gets time, buys time, being rushed, and throws it away in the vicinity of Deion Sims. O'Donnell back to punt. Ladarius Webb is back deep for the Ravens. Good high kick, way up there. Fair catch, wait for by Webb, and takes it at the 16. Starts from the 16. Alex Collins on the carry, stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Eddie Goldman, the nose tackle.
And Unrein on the other side is doing a good job as well.
Second and 13. Flacco is sacked. Eddie Goldman. Akeem Hicks, it was Hicks who got there first. And on the season now for Akeem Hicks, back at the 7-yard line. Flacco at the goal line, throws, completes to Chris Moore. He stopped short of the 20. What a defensive series by the Bears.
Hey, I'm at wit's end at this point.
Sam Cook punts it away, two men back deep. This time it's Tariq Cohen backing up to the 15. Now heads upfield. Trying to get outside. Across the 30. Good return by Tariq Cohen up to the 34-yard line. From the 34. The carry for Tariq Cohen for about 4 on the play. Second and 5 for the Bears. Off the play fake, Trubisky has time. Throws and finds a man. Completes it to Kendall Wright in the first to a wide receiver. Here's Cohen cutting it back. It's inside the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. McBride goes in motion. Trubisky hands to Cohen, who cuts back, finds a nice hole, gets down to the 30-yard line, and a first down for the Bears.
Well, this is a good run, another first down.
Trey McBride with a good block, 9 yards on the carry. Here's Cohen reversing his field, trying to get outside, but the Ravens are there. There's a flag on the play as Cohen is stopped just short of the 30-yard line.
Block in the back by the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty enforced from the previous spot. Need first down.
Again. First down from the 40-yard line. Howard busts through. It's down to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 7. The wideouts, McBride motions. Here's Howard. Gets to the edge, turns the corner. It's inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Up with here.
Third and 7. Trubisky being rushed. Throws to the end zone for Deion Sims. He's got it for a touchdown.
Good recovery on the back end, but by Tony Jefferson, but bigger, stronger Deion Sims, the blocking tight end, turning into a receiver here.
The extra point by Connor Barth is good, and the Bears have widened their lead to 17-3.
So much wider for Loggins and his young quarterback, and able to get a touchdown throw out of it.
Connor Barth kicking it off. Bobby Rainey on the return. Across the 20, tripped up, falls forward to the 24. He got up and keeps running, and there's been no whistle on the play. Rainey stops and goes into the end zone.
We will review the ruling on the field of touchdown.
There's contact here. I think you clearly see that Josh Bellamy touches him here. He's still running there. I don't know that that is an impetus for him to be down. His guy is who made the tackle, 54, put him on the ground. He does not get touched on the ground. So this will be interesting.
The ruling on the field stands as called touchdown.
That's a good point by Rondé. It doesn't have to necessarily be the contact that sends him to the ground.
The extra point by Justin Tucker is good. The Ravens, with their first touchdown of the game, their box not satisfied with Ed Hockley's explanation. Now on the return, Benny Cunningham for the Bears. Trying to get outside, but it's well covered by the Ravens. The tight end motions. Jordan Howard is the running back, and he is stopped for a loss. Big loss. What a play by Terrell Suggs. Tariq Cohen is back in the backfield. The steps over the head of Trubisky. He's got it, slips away, and throws it away. And he prevented disaster. The bad snap again. And the whistle stopped the play. The officials stopped the play.
Stressful situation,
The ball was
obviously.
snapped. Timeout, Chicago.
3rd and 17. Trubisky handing it off.
The young quarterback. It's the first time we've seen it all day.
O'Donnell, big, long kick. Campanaro goes all the way back to the 15. But he's got room to return. Gets to the 30, and he's brought down.
Right now, they only have 162 yards offense. Let's see what they got.
All receivers out. Throw is short but wide of Mike Wallace, who's covered by Prince Amukamara on the play.
Help galvanize this offense.
On 2nd and 10, they pick up the blitz. Flacco rolls, being chased by Akeem Hicks, and ran out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
This team.
Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. 2nd down.
Left guard James Hurst. They motion the tight end Ben Watson, hand it to Alex Collins. Good hold. Collins gets up to the 29-yard line. Puts it back in for the Bears. Long count by Flacco. Here comes the blitz. Picked up. Flacco throws to Ben Watson, the tight end. And he's taken down at the 33-yard line. Fans.
Ball in front of you. Come up and tackle it and get off the field. Just well done by the Chicago Bears.
5th 3 and out for the Ravens. Another long kick by Sam Cook. Backs him up to the 5-yard line. Cohen on the return. Gets to the 20. And Trubisky has 2 backs. The fullback is Burton. Jordan Howard cut it back. Turns it into a nice solid gain. It's up close to the 27-yard line.
Get in 3rd and long situations. They've done a great job of that all day today.
2nd and 6. Here's Howard again. And wherever there's a little opening, he makes something of it. Good run for a 1st down. Thanks, Christina. From the 33, Tariq Cohen gets across the 35 and keeps the legs churning. Gets up to the 40-yard line.
These guys in the middle are doing a great job.
2nd and 3. It's Cohen. He stopped. He dropped the ball. And the Ravens think they have it. Waiting for the official signal. Ravens ball. The Bears turn it over for the first time in the game. Control it. Alex Collins, the running back. Straight ahead. Down to the 36-yard line.
40s, you usually see a shot. Haven't seen anything today.
Collins trying to get outside, was slowed down, turns the corner. Good run by Alex Collins down to the 30-yard line. The first kickoff return for a touchdown this season in the NFL. Here's Allen on the carry, looking for a 1st down. He's got it at the 28-yard line. Motion Nick Boyle, a tight end. Collins Turns it the other way. Chased by Floyd, run down by Eddie Jackson, who shoves him out of bounds. Last run by Alex Collins, 2nd and 6. This is Allen. Slowed down, he falls forward to the 21-yard line.
Being down by 7, continuing to run the ball late in this football game.
He throws to the tight end, Nick Boyle, out of the backfield. Boyle down the 10-yard line and inside the 10 to the 9. Allen, the running back. Flacco goes outside of Ben Watson, and he's stopped for a loss.
After Kyle Fuller, see if they do it again.
Patrick Ricard is in as a fullback. The fake by Flacco, and he overthrows Nick Boyle, the tight end. They motion Chris Moore. Flacco being rushed, steps up, and runs. He went across the line of scrimmage. He throws for a touchdown. I thought he crossed the line of scrimmage.
He did cross the line of scrimmage, Sam. They were right on that call, too.
Illegal forward pass by the offense, number 5, through the ball beyond the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and it's a loss of down. Brings up 4th down.
Unfortunately for him and the Ravens, he went across the line of scrimmage. The kick by Tucker is good. The Ravens cut into the Bears' lead. Ravens at one point trailed 17-3. Cut into the Bears' lead. Kick coming down. Tariq Cohen goes over to take it from the 3. Keeping his way upfield, gets some open room, and he's tripped up.
Offside, number 41 of the kicking team. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Chicago's ball, 1st down.
And of course, it was their special teams that got him on the board originally.
Bears start from the 44 off the play fake. Trubisky throws to the fullback, Michael Burton. And Burton is out of bounds. The toss to Jordan Howard is a good hole. It's closed up quickly by Matthew Judon. It ends in for the Bears and a fullback, Michael Burton, lined up. Here's Howard behind Burton. Takes it outside, well covered by the Ravens. 2 tight ends to the left. Howard looking for an opening, none there. Well played by the Ravens, no gain. Offense for the Bears. Trubisky hit as he throws, and that was incomplete. Or was it ruled a fumble?
I'm pretty sure that was a fumble. I mean, the contact was almost simultaneous with the ball coming out. Ladarius Webb comes scot-free on this blitz. And the Ravens look like they got another takeaway. On his protections, and your quarterback gets sacked.
Back live, Allen burst through the lines, got a 1st down at the Bears' 41-yard line over the game for Chicago. 2 tight ends to the right. Collins goes right. Got it back, gets inside the 40 to the 39. Pick up Allen, the running back. 3 wide receivers in. It's Allen carrying, and he stopped. Short gain on play. Nice in the backfield. Flacco being rushed, throws short. Chris Matthews on the catch is brought down. The ball came loose, but he was down on the play. With Collins at the top of the eye. Hand off to Allen. Man up front, and he's got a 1st down at the 30. Receivers in the game. The toss to Collins, sweeping the right side. And the Bears push him out of bounds, no gain on the play. Flacco fakes, rolls, looks downfield, and throws. It's intercepted by Adrian Amos on the pickoff and the return. Amos still going, has a couple of blockers. He's got a chance to go all the way. Adrian Amos, touchdown Bears.
We will review the ruling on the field of touchdown.
Well, they're just wanting to see, after he caught this ball, whether or not he stepped out of bounds, and he's definitely in there. Has not stepped out, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Oh, good job. Great return by Adrian Amos.
Fielding on the
completion on
field
him.
is confirmed. Touchdown.
So the Bears widen the lead. To give the Bears an 11-point lead, and the kick is good.
Definitely don't Charlie Brown.
Connor Barth kicks it away. Pretty good kick. Bobby Rainey on the return. Gets through the first wave. This time he's tripped up again, but this time by a Chicago Bear.
This pass rusher. See if he gets after the quarterback here.
Flacco short over the middle to Allen out of the backfield. He's up to the 39 of 3 wide receivers in the game. Flacco goes short. That time it's dropped by Allen. It's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Flacco this time has time and throws it. Completes to Ben Watson, the tight end, into Bears territory at the 48-yard line.
See if he can get some more completions here across the middle.
Pressure from the outside, short to Mike Wallace. And Wallace down to the 42-yard line. Christian Jones with a stop. Flacco throws outside, and the ball dropped incomplete. Broken up by Adrian Amos. Down play. Have to get to the 38 for a first down. Blitz coming. Flacco outside. Broken up by Fuller.
There he is again.
At the Bears 41. And the Bears jumped across. Offside. Leonard Floyd jumped across
This
too
was
soon.
on infraction. Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Downs. Flacco being pressured. Finds some open space. Looks downfield. Throws it away. Nowhere near. 3 wide receivers in the game. Rainey the back picks up the blitz. Flacco throws. Incomplete. Chris Moore, the closest receiver. Eddie Jackson and Adrian Amos. Here's Flacco under pressure. Drops it off to Bobby Rainey. Stumbles forward and goes down at the 32. There was room to run there by Justin Tucker. Oh, he's got the leg. It's good. Wow. He booms it through, expecting the onside kick. Justin Tucker goes to kick it deep. Tariq Cohen at the 10. And he's very careful with the ball. Goes down to the ground. Now the Bears will try to run out the clock. Howard looking for some space. Not much there. No gain on the play. A hand to Howard. Finds an opening. And he's brought down across the 25 at the 26. He got a fullback, Michael Burton, there with him. It's Howard. And he comes up short. Ravens come through. They stopped it, led by Michael Pierce. O'Donnell gets it away. Good high kick. And the return. And turning the corner is Campanero. Down the sideline, he has one man to beat. He's got it. Touchdown.
Should have been angled out of bounds so you don't give Campanero a chance to return it. Instead, it goes right in the middle of the field. They're all bunched up, and it's just off the number 12 to make a play, and they're doing it. They've got to go for 2 here.
And here it is. Flacco throws. Boyle. 2 points. The game is tied. It's been a day like that. Tariq Cohen waits for the kickoff. It's too deep to return. The Bears will start from the 25. They've got Tariq Cohen in the slot to the right. 3 wide receivers. They go short to Cohen. Try to pick up some blockers. Bounced off one man. Flag on the play as Cohen gets up close to the 30-yard line.
Pass interference offense number 86. 10 yards from the previous spot. Big first down.
That's on Zach Miller. Low snap. Good job by Trubisky, and the pass complete to Zach Miller up to the 19-yard line.
About the poise at the beginning to make that pass afterwards.
Trubisky Under pressure, they got him. Matthew Judon, his second sack of the game. 20. Jordan Howard runs straight into the line, bounces outside. Darius Webb has got him, carries him out of bounds, so the clock stops.
Don't run out of bounds.
O'Donnell gets it away. Good high kick. Campanaro at the 28. Here he goes. 40. Out of bounds. Across the 45.
Out to one of these guys.
Three-man rush. Flacco throws short. Completes it to Mike Wallace. Gets to the 40-yard line of the Bears. The clock running. Can they spike it in time? And it looks like time has run out.
Time expired before the snap. We will now have an overtime.
Be bailed out by great special team returns by Rainey and Campanaro, and man, you just got to feel if you're a Chicago fan that they've given one away, an opportunity, but they got a chance here in overtime. See what they got.
Tariq Cohen on the return steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line. They motion McBride. Jordan Howard turns the corner. Good run on first down. Looks like he picked up 10 on the play. Goes over 100 yards for the game. And it's Howard looking for an opening. Not much there. Good job by the Ravens up front.
Holding, offense number 70. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot.
The right tackle,
Good
Bobby
first down.
Massey, alongside Trubisky. Trubisky, nobody open. He's sacked. Willie Henry, I believe, got in there. Trubisky being rushed, drops it off to Howard. Has a couple of blockers. Stopped by Judon at the 23-yard line. Trubisky steps up and runs for it. And is shoved out of bounds at the 32-yard line. He went right into the middle of the... And off the side of his foot. He missed that. The usually very reliable O'Donnell had it go off the side of his foot. And it's Allen carrying. Good hole. Gets 5 yards on the play.
Yard run.
Patrick Ricard in at fullback to block for Allen. And the Bears do a good job. Short gain up to the 47. Brings up a big third down play. Flacco being rushed. Throws incomplete.
Oh, just sloppy on offense there.
And Cook booms it away. Cohen watches it go, and Chris Matthews gets down for Baltimore.
That's a
cover.
great play. Trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone here.
Here's Jordan Howard. Making the cut upfield, stays on his feet, breaks loose. Howard going down the sideline. Howard being chased by Carr, and Carr got to him and knocked him out of bounds. What a run by Jordan Howard. Yard run for Jordan Howard to the Baltimore 40. Any score wins. Tariq Cohen tackle for a loss by Eric Weddle. Two tight ends to the right. Blitz coming. Fake by Trubisky. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. And once again, blitz coming. Trubisky steps up, throws, and the catch is made. Kendall Wright, leaping grab inside the 25-yard line. They're now in field goal range at the 23. It's Howard, stopped by Willie Henry. Short of the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard, maybe two. On second and 11, it's Howard. Cuts back. It's across the 25. Goes to the 24-yard line. Michael Pierce on the stop. On third down, Howard behind Michael Burton. Leaps through the hole. Gets down to the 22-yard line. Connor Barth from 40 yards out. And the Bears win it. The Chicago Bears come into Baltimore and Mitchell Trubisky. Their quarterback has won his first game in the NFL.